Hi everyone, it's Lori. So this is part two of the video series on navigating and ordering in your gallery. So we're going to focus on ordering now. As in the earlier one, we went through and logged in and then created some favorites. And I put some favorites together over here from this session to start putting together an order. So I do recommend, as we had spoken about before, that as you want to go through all of the images, the first time through, go ahead and either in thumbnail or closer up version, really create your favorites first and then go from there. You'll find it, I think, a lot easier. So again, we're going to jump into favorites, and then going from here, we can look at some of the ordering options that are there. From the pricing that I sent you guys as we were booking the session, there are these three collections. And we'll go through those in a little bit more detail in a second. And there's also a la carte, which is under the professional prints here, or the fine art canvas gallery wraps here. And so when you're going to start with one of these, then it might be helpful to go back to the pricing that I sent you if you want to look through and kind of get a sense of what it is you guys want to be putting together. This is just a thumbnail of it, so if you need that pricing again, I'll attach it in your email, but if you need it again, let me know. So the drop down lets you know the first package is the homemade. It's 5 of your favorite images in high resolution digital, color, black and white, and sepia, so you can make as many prints as you like. The sweet treat is a little build on that, moving to 10 digital images and then some 4x7s and 8x10s. And the sugar and spice is going up to 25 favorite images and some additional prints and larger prints as well. But for the purpose of this, let's go ahead. I want to do a mixture of prints and digital files and just show you how this gets built. If you click on the one that you like, that's the sweet treat for this example, then you're going to click on full details, and again it's just going to explain what's included in it, and then what you're going to do is use your favorites to complete the order. But we're going to go ahead and add this to the basket. I'm going to just let you see right here it says 16 poses included. That's just the maximum amount of poses based on the number of individual items in it. What I find most people will do is kind of select their high-res digital and which ones of those digitals they want to use in prints. But you could, in fact, order 16 different pieces here, or images to put into the order. But like I said, most will do 10 images, and then of those 10 images, they'll do some 5x7s and 8x10s. But to show you more, we're going to add that to the basket. And then what I'm going to do is I'm in my favorites folder right now, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of scroll through to add things in. When it says here, click listed items to add images. So when I click on it, it kind of gives me a spot to drop in each of the images. And right now I've got nothing in it. I'm going to take this first image and we're going to get it in a digital file. So all I'm doing is clicking and dragging on it, and it's adding it in here. For the high-res digital, I don't recommend that you do cropping because you can crop later when those files are in your hands. But if you do want me to do a crop on it, you could add that here, preview your crop, and then save and continue. And then if there's any edits that you wanted to the image, like on little babies, sometimes there's a little drool, although that's real cute. Some people like to have that removed. So then you would go ahead and hit Save Changes. And now we've got our digital file here. So I'm going to say that they're not going to do a print of this, they're just going to go ahead and get digital files. But on this one, let's go ahead and add it to the digital file. We don't need to preview because we don't need a crop on that. We're going to click Save and Continue. No edits here, click Save Changes. But we're also going to add a couple of 5x7s of this. So I'm scrolling down on the available prints, and I'm going to add in 5x7 here. This one we're going to leave in color. I'm going to preview that crop. What it did is it gave me here a 5x7 dimension because this is a 4x6 original. So what it allows me to do is kind of keep the dimensions, and you can preview what that crop's going to look like. And you can also decide if you want that print in black and white. In this case, we're going to go ahead and keep it in color. There are border options here. I typically find that if you're going to be placing these in a frame, we don't really put a border on it. And then we're going to hit Save and Continue. Paper type, I tend to pick luster unless you really like glossy. The coating gives it a real big luster matte feel to it. Luster tends to work pretty well. I don't think you need more. And if you want it textured or mounted, there's some additional options there. We hit Save Changes. And now on the additional prints, let's say we also want to do a 5x7 on this one as well, but we're going to do it in black and white. So here, again, I'm going to get those cropping options because the 5x7 dimension is different. I'll bring it a little closer in on this one maybe. And go black and white, and no border. I'll preview the crop, make sure I like it, save and continue, and again, I'm going to pick luster. I don't need it to be more matte than that, and I don't need mounting or machine texture. Okay, and then basically that's the way you're going to go through, kind of navigating through your favorites. You just add them in to all of the different slots here, and then you can add in your 8x10s if this is the package you're picking as well. So let's say we've finished that, and I want to add in maybe some additional prints, or in this case, maybe I'll go ahead and look at some of the fine art gallery wraps. So I'm going to navigate to one of my favorites of this little guy, and I'm going to go ahead and pick a 16x24. These are the other sizes that are available. And then I'm going to add it to my cart. And very similarly, I'm just going to select the depth. I like the big, heavier depth to it, and I want it to, the image to wrap around. Actually, I'm going to pick white because that kind of makes it stand out from the wall. I'm going to add that to my basket, and again, same idea. You're going to want to drag that image into it. And then here we can decide if we want it to be matte or semi-gloss. Again, I like the matte, and the wrap depth is all there. And then we're going to go ahead, and that was another way you can populate into that, but the product is filled. So we'll go ahead back to the basket, and you'll see in the basket that the green still needs to be worked on. So again, we've got 4 of the 16 images added. We need to add some more. And so that's in general, if you were going to order just a professional print, similarly to the way that we talked about before, you could add this in and pick in color in black and white, or even like a sepia if you liked better. And similarly, you can add those in a la carte. I will mention though, however, if you do order one of the packages, you are qualified for a discount on additional a la carte items, including the gallery wraps. So what you might want to do is go ahead and place your collection order, and then email me, and I'll be able to give you a discount for the second order, and we can adjust the shipping on that too, so that they ship together, but you can get that discount code from me. Okay? If you have any questions, again, let me know, and thanks so much. I'm looking forward to helping you guys complete your orders.